Thanks for tuning in, guys. How do you know your tortoise is ready for more space? This is an exemplarily showing of it. It's my pal March. This is a rehome from an interesting home. She's offered us a few stories that I can speak about. But right now I've got her in about a 3x3, a little bit better than space, and it's nowhere near enough. Like, I truly can't stress this enough. This isn't even an adult Herman's tortoise. This is a I think roughly 4 years old, they said. 3.5-year-old Eastern Herman's tortoise. I named her March, and I think it's suiting. We got her in, I believe, January or February, but named her March due to her nature. She's just a stomping gal. I absolutely love her. Her stool sample came back wonderful, even though she was fed a diet of bananas. Her shell is rather smooth due to proper humidity. Even though her diet was a start to pour, we will ignore that. But this tortoise here, look at this. Its movement. It is just saying, I want more space. I can't say this enough. These creatures need space. I don't find this to be enough. This is the quarantine setup. Please, I cannot stress this enough. But I would love this tortoise to go in with the adults into the garden here shortly. I'm paranoid. I always, maybe I over quarantine, but I like a good 6-month quarantine if all would work well. It's kind of an odd sizing. It's a little bit still on the small side, but obviously not a hatchling by any means. But she's not quite ready for the adults, but I think she's more than tough enough. I'm just letting her get used to these surroundings, getting used to quality lamps that I've upgraded her to. The T5 12% UVB by Arcadia, put through the Nanotech T5 reflector with reflector by Sunblaster. You can get these products on Amazon, and that's for UVB. And then for heat, we use always a flood halogen, as large a wattage as I can find. 120 watt is my favorite, but I'm not opposed to 150 or as low as 90 watt. But 90 watt, I find it's rather close to shell height. Signs that a tortoise needs more space: constant tipping over, climbing of walls. These are also signs that maybe your temperatures are incorrect. We've checked. I run a perfect basking temperature of 31 Celsius, and there is a cool corner behind that plant there, ranging down to 17.8 according to that temperature and hygrometer. We're running 65% today. Things are looking rather moist and humid. Even though I'm running an open tabletop, I have no problem maintaining humidity. A spider plant, as shown there, how it's moist, and those couple up top there, those are beneficial as well, not only just for a tortoise to be able to walk through, but for a tortoise to nibble on. Even though it comes from the grass family, so it's not exactly a beneficial dietary supplement to any Mediterranean tortoises, but it is, of course, no harm for them to have a little nibble of high fiber, something as spider plant. There's no harm done with that. It's great for them to stomp through, but I find without it being raised up, its life expectancy will be short with a terrorizing Herman's tortoise such as this. March, what a beautiful Sheila. She's coming along greatly with eating these weeds. It's taking her some time to adjust to the dried feeds when I do offer it. Coming from such a richly fed environment as like the bananas, the strawberries, peppers, which is a straight up no feed due to the capsaicin, I believe, or other toxic principles. You can check that out on tortoisetableuk.org, or they have an app. The Tortoise Table does have an app. But March here, she is a rather beautiful Sheila. She is just ready for more space. And if you stay tuned, just shortly here, we will be building our outdoor enclosure. Things are moving for maximum sun and to to kind of just make the yard's feng shui work out, I think I'm going to go with about an 8 by 20. Things are looking up. I think I'm going with larger than smaller on the outdoor setups. Get a couple dog houses going for these guys so that I can heat them overnight a little bit on those cooler nights. But luckily we're blessed in Medicine Hat here. We get very few nights that are colder than 10 Celsius during those summers. It is high heat. Last summer I had my tortoise out a good majority of it, my adult upstairs, that if you check other videos you'll see Dash. She's a real feature favorite. But March here, I just love this tortoise. Look at how it's just constantly on the go. This is, until those lights go out, this is a tortoise that stays busy. I usually work out at about 4:30 in the morning. And March is the first to move of them all. This is a tortoise that obviously it's warm-blooded because it moves first, and it just, that living room light being on, even though it's just in the distance, has this tortoise moving even that early in the morning. I usually run my lights from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. It just allows me to see them, as well as allows that natural sunlight to come and warm them up, but it gives them the natural sunlight just through the windows. It seems to get them moving a little bit in the morning, but obviously with no heat. I offer those 12 hours from 9 till 9 usually, just for me to be able to see them. And maybe that's a little bit longer than the wild Mediterranean, but I find my tortoises rather enjoy it, and I enjoy being able to see them in the evenings after work, after a long day. I think March's activity is coming down to an end, and she's just gonna kind of do her bask. I love Hermans, how they always have to go back to their bask. They are solar powered and heat lovers. These are such durable creatures. I could talk about Hermans all day long. And that's proven if you look back through a few videos, for sure. If you like these videos, please subscribe, please like, please comment, and tag others. There's nothing more I appreciate. Any feedback I would appreciate as well. Thanks for tuning in. Hops and Scotch over and out.